Hey guys, it's Yoga Joe here today. We got a nice slow flow practice, so let's just get started. Let's stand up at the front of your mat. We're going to do a little bit of movement to get you started today. Come into mountain pose. Try to lift the crown of your head up slightly. We're going to bring the palms to face forward and just start inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. And let your practice just begin right there. Nice and slowly, feel yourself breathing. And when you're ready to, bring your hands to heart center. Take your fingers, interlace them with the palms, pressing forward. And we're going to press the palms up to the sky. Open up your chest, your shoulders, a little bit of your neck. Good, nice. And then we're going to reach the hands forward. You can unlace the fingers, stretch your arms out, and slowly dive forward into your standing forward fold. If you want to shake the head or neck here a little bit, that's great. It gets a little tension out from the neck and out from the shoulders. And then we're going to stretch your arms back. Inhale. Maybe interlace those fingers back again. Press back the palms and then come back up and let your arms just drop down to the sides. So we're back in that mountain pose. And I like those palms facing forward. So that works on an external rotation of the shoulders. It just kind of brings it back a little bit more. And let's begin that 3 more times today. Interlacing your fingers. Inhaling here, going back up. And then on an exhale, bring the arms down into fold. If you want to try to keep your legs straight here, that's fine. If you want to keep a little bend in the knees, that's fine too. You want to reach down and fold. And then we're going to stretch the arms back up. Try pressing your hips forward. Lean yourself back here a little bit more. Open up the heart. And on an inhale, come up. On an exhale, we're just going to go right back to that mountain pose. Inhale, press the palms up to the sky. We're going to stretch everything out here. And exhale, reach out and fold. Maybe stretch out the legs here a little bit more. And then use your core, lift yourself up again. Inhale. And exhale. Let your arms come down to the sides. Come back into that mountain pose. Let's do that one more time. Interlacing the fingers. Pressing those palms up. Exhale, reach down and fold. And then we're going to stretch the back into flat back position. So I want you to just come up a little bit more than that halfway mark. And see if you can keep that gaze forward. Pull back your shoulders from the ears. And hold that flat back. Then on exhale, we're going to reach down to a forward fold. And step your right foot back. Slowly tap down your knee. Keep your hands down on the floor. Try to keep your back foot, or your front foot rather, pressed down flat. Low lunge. Just going to move nice and slowly here. And then on an inhale, we're going to pick up the back leg, hold the breath, And then try stepping that front foot back into downward facing dog. So we made it to down dog. That's good. Get that nice stretch there everywhere. If you want to walk the feet in a little bit in that short downward facing dog, that's pretty good to do too. So it gets a little more stretch from the heels through the hips. A little less weight in the hands and the arms. So feel that stretch in your downward facing dog as you are pressing down into the hands and feet. And drop down on the knees. You can do that just one at a time here. Sit back and go into your child's pose. Then come on up, look forward, bend your arms and lower down your chest and your chin to the floor. Then lay down flat. Press into your toes, press down into your lower back, and lift yourself up here off the floor. Baby cobra pose. I like trying to keep the neck as long as possible here. If you want to try pressing down a little bit more and take more of that full cobra, and exhale. Come down to the floor. Press on up to your hands and to your knees. Into tabletop pose. We're going to go right into some cats and cows. Start to round the back. And start to lift the head and open up. Exhale brings you to a cat pose. And then inhale brings you into a cat lift pose. Tuck the toes, come back into your downward facing dog. And you can either walk the feet forward or bring the right foot up. And don't worry about getting it all the way up there for the transition today for this practice. Just bringing that left leg up to meet it. And then folding forward. So you're letting your head go down here and relaxing it. Now let's stretch up again. Inhale, bring the arms up, interlock the fingers as we did before. Exhale, lean back, lean back. Inhale up and exhale. Just let your arms come back down to the side so we're back in that mountain position. So we have the next side now. So take the hands, fingers, interlace them here. Just bringing your arms up and then stretching them out into our forward fold. We'll step the left leg back and lower down the knee. So you're pressing down to that front foot. You should feel the stretch along the hip line. So we want to work in a low lunge. Just move in slowly here. Just take your time. Slow flow today. Just breathe in slow. Breathe out slow. Breathe in. Nice and slow. Breathe out nice and slow here too. And then breathe in nice and slow. I want you to try to hold the breath. And then breathe out and step it back into a downward facing dog. If you want to try to get those feet in a little bit to work on the shorter down dog. Start letting your breath be the main focus in your downward facing dog. And then we're going to lower down. So I want you to hold the breath in first. So you're taking a deep inhale. And then you're dropping down the knees to a table position, stretching the hips on back towards child's pose. And lifting on up, then lowering on down. Knees, chest, chin to the floor. Let's bend your arms. Slow lower. Inhale to a low cobra or high cobra here. If you want to try lifting the back up a little bit more. Right? There's a pressing down here a bit in your toes. Pressing down just slightly into the arms and hands. If you can't come up all the way, stay in a more lower cobra position. And then we'll go into table top pose. And start to do some cats and cows. So opening up here, lifting the head, neck, shoulders back. Just keep moving at your range of movement here. Because you see, the more that we increase that movement and the amount of time that we're moving here, we're starting to really build spine flexibility here. If you have difficulty doing this on your hands or the wrists, you can always try to do it on the fist. It's just another option to do. And then we're going to do our downward facing dog position. Again, to press into the feet and your hands. And try walking the legs forward, or just try to get that left foot towards the top. And just bring that right foot right up to follow. Inhale to your flat back pose. Then exhale down to your forward fold. Then we're going to stretch your arms on up. Interlock those fingers. Exhale, arching back here. Go for it. And then coming on up, and on an exhale, just letting those arms float down here to the sides. Go into that mountain position. Now let's roll back the shoulders. Let's do that again. Lift the shoulders, draw them back. Now just lift the shoulders, and at the same time here, we're gonna let them just fall down to the sides. Now stretch out your right hand. I'll mirror you guys today. And I want you to hold those fingertips out to the side. Stretch out your arm. Keeping that same structure as your mountain pose. So you're engaged here in the core. Slightly lift into the chest. I don't want you to come into a big back bend here, but just kind of feeling like you're shining that heart upwards and the head slightly lifted. So you should start to feel that here. And if you don't, we're going to drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. So now all the space here that we're focusing in on is just a little bit more attentive. Not like closing the eyes here, so you get to really internally become more aware of what that sensation of the stretch is. Just let your ear go, let your head fall down to the side. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Now lift the head up first. Let your head just fall down. If you want to lift back the shoulders here again, let's do the next side. So extend your left arm out. Really push through those fingertips, and then we'll drop your right ear down. And really feeling that sensation. Sometimes we hold and store a lot around the neck. So So just feeling that stretching, that you're pushing through the fingertips, that you're feeling that all the way up through your arm, all the way up to the shoulder, and just relax. And slowly take your head on up and let your hand relax down to the sides. Bring your hands together to the heart center. Lace the fingers. Press the palms here forward. I'll turn out this way. And then we're going to try continuously pressing those palms forward and trying to round the back. So keep pressing those hands forward. Feel that stretch in the back. And then let go and take your hands onto your hips. Try breaking it around your lower back. So you're pressing those palms here into that lower back here a little bit. And then we're going to take the chest and head up and back. If you can, use a strap here or get the hands interlaced now around the lower back. Keep those hands on the strap or hands together and come down and take a forward fold stretch. I want you to let the head just drop here. Whatever grip that you have with your arms and hands, just hold on to it. Keep those hands locked really tight. Elbows loose, just your elbows and arms relaxed. And I want you to try stretching those hands up towards the sky. So your arms, you can let them try to come away from your lower back, away from the back, and stretch them out from the body. And then just let the hands come back down onto your lower back here. And let your arms and hands just drop down here. Exhale, fold. We try to work on stretching up the legs here. Then lift the right leg. We're going to tap down the knee here for a moment. And start to stretch out your left hamstring. Try purposely keeping your hips squared. So not an external rotation of the right hip. Keeping the right hip and the left hip pretty even. And then we're going to really target that left hamstring as we do in this posture. And plant down the left foot, and let's turn to the right side of your mat. So you're going to bring all your toes in to face the side. And I want you to just look straight down between your feet. Your arms can dangle, or your hands can reach out and grab your feet, or your legs here if you want to. So we've done the forward fold, but this time with the legs stretched out wide. And then let go. Take the hands back underneath the shoulders and just come up here. Inhale, exhale. Wide leg forward fold. Then take your hands onto your waist, squeeze your legs together tightly. You're going to come all the way up to standing position up on the feet. Turn your left toes out so that you're facing more the front of your mat, and bend your left knee. We'll call it a warrior two pose. If you want to step back a little bit here, step back. Going to bring that knee right over the ankle. Extend your arms out. Slow flow here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go for 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your hands down
down to the floor. Lift up your back leg. Step back to downward facing dog. It's good. Feeling the hands and feet. Take a breath in, then lower down. Knees. You can sit back to that child's pose, and then try bending the arms as you lower. Low cobra to a high cobra. Do some cats and cows. Just take your time. There's no reason why we have to rush the cat and cow or rush coming out of the cobra or anything like that. Just enjoying that process of slow flow movement. Really intentionally moving slowly, getting into those cats and cows, right? Opening up the spine, your back. And then we'll take our downward facing dog. And we're going to place the right foot forward. Just step it up. That left leg just meets it. So we're at the front of the mat again, and we'll drop the head and the neck. Take it into flat back, and take it down to forward fold. Letting your jaw, the head get nice and heavy. Relax it. Inhale, stretch all the way up. Interlock the fingers, lean back, arch back. Inhale up, exhale, out to that mountain pose position. In through the nose, roll back the shoulders, and exhale out. Good, let's do another stretch for that shoulder here again. So if you want to bring that arm out, bring that opposite ear down. And then this time we're going to lift the head up slightly out a little bit more. Raise your arm out. You can kind of make that letter C shape here, or that half moon, and try stretching and leaning over to the side. And come back up and lower that hand down. Let's extend the left arm out here, other ear, down to the side. So the second set of this, really stretching out that arm and your fingertips. And then come up with the head a little bit and lean over towards the side, making that C shape or that half moon position. Good, come back up. Bring your hands onto your lower back. Take a breath in, arch back. And then we're going to interlock the fingers and forward fold down. So there's a lot of stretches and poses that work the shoulders because they're such a common area that we need to loosen up. And we want really mobile shoulders as best that we can. Let those hands come down on the lower back. Drop the arms. Lift the left leg. And let's slowly lower down the left knee. And really get into that stretch and that half split here in the right leg. So if you need to adjust your leg, make sure not on that tight rope. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And bend your right leg. Turn to the other side of your mat. And it's all good here, right? It's just the toes facing the side of your mat. And then you're going to forward fold down with the legs stretched out like this. And relax. Inhale, exhale. Loosen up the neck, the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale. So we're going to do a twist here to your right side. And it's okay if you can't see me just yet, I'll help you. We're going to take the right hand onto the right hip, and we're going to twist to your right side. Try stretching and lifting your right arm up. And then relax the right hand down. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. Twist out to the left side and stretch your left arm up. So just a pretty simple, gentle twist here. And let that left arm come down. Now move side to side, bending the right leg, straightening the left, and then bending the left leg, straightening out the right. Just doing now side to side stretches. And then turn back to the front of your mats. Lift up the left heel, press into the hands, step back to your downward facing dog. You don't have to take a wide down dog today, just a short one. Take a breath in, breath out. We'll lower down the knees. The child's pose position is right there when you're ready for it. Then we'll lower down and take our cobra pose. So try to keep those arms bent as you lower down your chest and the chin. Low cobra into high cobra. And then our last round, let's do some of those cats and cows here. Nice and slowly. Exhale as you drop the head. Inhale as you lift the head. The head's moving first here, but it's really about the spine mobility. The head is just your guidance, your position for your gaze. Right? We have our eyes. In yoga, it's called our drishti when we have our point of focus on something. And our point of focus is kind of everywhere in the room, but it's one straight line. So that one straight line that you're imagining is just all the way up and down, all the way up to the ceiling and all the way down, sort of towards your belly button. And then we'll do one last one here. Good. And then you can leave your toes tucked under if you can. We're going to get into all of your toes and your feet. Tuck them under. And just try to sit back here for a second with me. So we've already done some stretches outside of the shoulder, along the neck. And definitely a lot of the, like this, right, that coming in. We're going to do one particularly for the outside of the shoulder called thread the needle. So that is applying the shoulder down towards the mat. So let's go into thread the needle with your right shoulder coming down towards the floor. Your left hand can go around the lower back and relax there. And take your left hand, press it into the mat, come and lift your right arm all the way up. Let's inhale here and then exhale, right hand down. Inhale, right arm up, twist, exhale, right hand down. One more. Inhale and exhale. Then we'll thread the left arm underneath the right this time. You can bring that right arm around the lower back. Apply just a nice slow amount of weight into the left shoulder. And then take that right arm back around. We're going to go 2 times. Inhale, bringing that left arm, reaching it up, and then exhale, your left hand down. Inhale, left arm up, slowly reaches to the sky. Exhale, left. left arm down. One more. Inhale. exhale. Now I want you to stretch those arms and hands up to the top of your mat and push down into your puppy's pose position. You're going to keep those elbows down, the knees down. Slide them back a little bit if you need a little bit more space here. And then slowly lower into your Sphinx position. You can be a little wide Sphinx with those elbows just outside of your shoulders. Relax your hands, keep those wrists relaxed here too. Think about your spine here. Think about your spine and you pressing into your toes, and that is connected and lifting your back. Everything is all connected in our bodies. So something in our toes is going to affect our shoulders or vice versa. And everything in your body is all connected, and that's what's helping you just stay upright here in that Sphinx. If you need a break or a little pause here, you can come out anytime. When you're ready, stack your hands, your forearms, and we're going to rest your head. Let's extend your right arm out to the side. Be gentle here. I'm going to lift the left leg and roll over to the side. Go really gentle. You don't have to go all the way. And slowly roll over back onto your mat. Slide your right hand back towards you and extend your left arm out. We'll roll over to your left arm. So getting the inside of the shoulders again. In this practice, a lot about keeping those shoulders mobile and healthy. Of course, if you have any shoulder pain, you want to back off. If you have any injuries in the shoulder, just try doing as much as you can. Know that everything that we're doing today is good for you. And let's try taking one more Sphinx position. So slowly come back, pressing back up onto those forearms. And don't force. Right, you get to a point where you're struggling, just breathe. And let your arms, hands stack together, and slowly take it down. Now onto your hands and knees, we're going to push your body up slow here and go down to a child's pose. come up, and let's stretch those toes back here one more time for that second set. So if you see and notice here in China, you can get those pinky toes in here, those small toes, all of them. Just try to get in there. If you're not used to this stretch, it can be really weird. It can be really intense. And again, know that this is kind of stuff that is good for you. It's good for your feet. Keeps the feet strong and healthy. Some of you may not feel the stretch at all. It's just kind of normal. And all of our bodies are so different. But know that even if you feel it right, it's still good for you. Keep breathing. Tap the toes out if you need to. When you're ready, just do a tap tap. And then we'll turn the legs around or cross at the ankles so that we end up back into a seat. And look at the toes are still there, right? It's all good. Those toes are going to come together and your feet are going to press in towards one another. So let's do that bound angle position. We're going to grab onto the ankles. If you can, you'll use your peace fingers and you'll grab onto the toes. And I want you to lean upwards here for a moment. Take a breath in. And then only come down halfway. And try to keep that head slightly turned up. That was something that we did in the mountain position, right? Chest up, head up. And we're going to keep that here too. When we do the forward fold position, right, we go down. So let's exhale, fold here. And then take it on up. Do a little bit of a back bend here. And come back. Let's stretch your right foot out and bring the left foot in. The shoulders are going to be even. Arms stretched up. And exhale, reach out and fold. Take a big breath. Exhale down. We're holding poses a lot today, but not very long. Right? Think of a slow flow practice. And slowly inhaling and exhaling with the breath. Folding forward with your body. Let's come on up. Take your arms and hands back. Switch your legs. So we're placing that left leg out. Right foot comes in. Inhale, arms stretching. Exhale, reaching out and folding. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. And taking it back up. A little bit of the heart opener. Extend both your legs out. Shoulders, arms, everything lifts here. And then reach out and fold. And try to let go of any tension around the neck and your shoulders. And then come right back up. Right back to our first position, the feet together, straightening out the spine, the back, coming down about halfway. And then we're going to try taking a deep breath. That's going to oxygenate our body, right? Bring in more oxygen. And then seeing if you can or want to, just take it down a little bit more. Maybe stretching out those shoulders, the arms, and the hands. And again, you don't have to stay here too long. That feels good, right? You can hold it. When you're ready, we'll bring it right back up to a seated pose. Just keeping those shoulders relaxed and even, down away from the ears. Let's focus briefly along those hips. Now we have shoulders kind of more loosened up. Let's bring it down the floor and focus along the hips. We'll bring those knees in, legs stretched out. If this next stretch is pretty difficult for you, just stop it. You can take it on the back. So we'll just lay down the back and do the exact same thing. We're going to lift the right foot, or rather pull that right foot in towards your body and try to hold it and lift it over your left knee. Another option is just doing this pose again, stretching forward, or place the leg on top, hands back, right, and you bend your knee. It's just the pigeon pose. Usually we take it on the back, but lots of different ways to go into the yoga stretches. You're going to push that right knee down here. You can easily take it on the back. And shoulders feel nice and loose here, whether you're sitting up, whether you're on the back. So we get to concentrate and just really focusing on those hips. We'll stretch the left leg out, slowly transition it out, and stretch your right leg out. Let's do the next side. Pull your left foot in. We're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. And then you can try bending the right knee up. Could feel a little bit different on the side, which is normal, which is okay. And try pressing that left knee forward. Good, and then stretch the right leg out. Left leg out. Excuse me. If you're on the back, that's great. Just stay there. We'll all come down onto the back, slowly lower, and hug the knees in towards your chest. And try to wrap in the arms and really hugging, squeezing in those knees and towards your body. And then we'll stretch out the arms, lower the knees down to the right side of your mat and twist. Add a little extra weight here if you want to bring that right arm over the legs. Twist and look out over your left shoulder. And then we're going to do over to the other side. So let's bring those knees, legs back up, lower to the left. You can add a little extra weight onto your legs with your left arm and twist out over the right shoulder. Nice. And then hug and wrap at the knees here today. Massage the lower back as you go side to side. Want to loosen up that lower back, any knots, any tension that's tight around the back or spine. Let's try to massage it side to side. Let that feel natural and good and a slow flow. Now try rocking forward and back a couple times. So I'll do it with you. Back and forward. Get up. And if that's too much, just roll over to the side. And let's come back up into seated position here today. I want you to take an easy seat pose. So you can either cross the legs, feet together, or one ankle crossing on top of the other ankle. And we're going to set up the easy seat pose here for a moment. Let's Lift the head slightly up, and we'll do palms down. So this is the end of our practice, or towards the end. So we just get to be a little bit more grounded here. So palms down on the lap, and get ready to close your eyes and take a deep inhale. And exhale out. And deep inhale. And long exhale out. I just want you to feel your breath. Bring your awareness inwards. Notice how your shoulders are feeling. Shoulders and your neck. Notice how your arms and your hands are. Just leave them at that position. You don't have to change it or anything. You don't have to move if you don't need to. This is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. It's just taking an easy seat and focusing in internally on the body. And let's go down the back. Let's just take our awareness and just start to feel it go from the neck, the shoulders, the arms, and just down the back, down the spine, and all the way to the base of your spine, all the way to the lower back, until it spreads apart and it goes down to the hips, and then down to your legs, and passes through your knees, your feet. So all that awareness internal throughout your body, just sort of spreading around. Let's keep the breath moving in and out. And every breath that you're taking, just internalizing that awareness a little bit deeper. So really physically feeling your body with your hands rested on the lap, palms down. Again, head slightly lifted up. You don't have to strain it here. And really keeping that awareness within the body. And this is what really helps the mind stay in the present moment. Right? Our bodies are right here, right now, always in the present moment. But sometimes our minds are somewhere else, either thinking about the past, thinking about the future. But if we stay really connected into the body, right, it brings us right now, here in this moment. The now, the present moment. And in the present moment, usually, right, everything going on is exactly the way it's supposed to be. A lot of our bad stuff is the mind attaching something to the past or the future. Something that already happened, something that we're imagining will happen. I promise you guys right here, in this present moment that you are in right now, everything is exactly the way it should be. Exactly the way it is. But we just have to focus and tune into it. Focusing, connecting into the body. Whatever sensations that you're feeling, it's okay. We're just going to make sure that you have a couple of more moments here. Try to keep that awareness inwards. Try to focus in on your breath, your body, and don't worry if the mind wanders. Good. Nice. And then you can open your eyes. Take a deep breath. Nice smile here. Let's go down on the back. So legs can go up to the wall if you want to Transition and go there now. Bring in one hip up to the side of the wall, and the legs can invert up. Or you can lay down the back, right? The reason I want to take legs up against the wall today is to bring a little bit more blood flow to the shoulders. But if not, that's okay. You can even do arms above the head here if you want, over the head. So a couple of different options. Begin breathing. And once you got the legs up against the wall, just notice, right, that it might feel a little weird at first, because usually we just have our feet on the floor and we take that for granted, right? The feet on the earth and the legs down, and that's usually the way it is. But when we take the legs and feet up against the wall, it's something that adds a little different. So we're going to take our time, be here for a couple more minutes. Letting your body really settle here on your back, and rested on your mat, or just on the ground. If at any point the mind wanders, let it wander. And you can recite to yourself in your own mind, I am present, I am here, I am relaxed. So if the mind wants to wander, that's fine. But the words that we recite to ourselves just bring us back into the now, the present moment. I am present. I am here. I am relaxed. I am present. I am here. And I am relaxed. And I am present. I am here. I am relaxed. I am present. I am here. I am relaxed. Now let yourself get really, really grounded here, softening wherever you're at, your back, having your arms. If your legs are still up against the wall, if you want to open the legs up. I am present. I am here. enjoy the last couple of minutes here in our relaxation. So if you want to roll over towards one of your sides, if your legs are against the wall, you can bring it down. If you're on your back, you can give yourself a little bit more time today. And I'm just going to come up into a seated position. Do some of our breathing. So let's begin breathing in for 4 counts. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 count breathing. Inhale. 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a couple more on your own. And one more. I am here, I am present, and I am relaxed. I am here, I am present, and I am relaxed. Just try to recite that to yourself one more time. I am here, I am present, I am relaxed. And give yourself a couple more moments here today. Try not to rush out of your practice. Enjoy this nice feeling. And truly thank you guys so much for joining today. Hope you'll have a wonderful morning or evening. Namaste.